Based on my 15 years of software industry experience, if I have to go back in my college days and advise my younger self on how would I approach my studies in my college so that I can become industry ready, I am going to share 5 tips that will help you become industry ready while you're still in college. Now, these tips sounds like they're mainly for computer science students, but in reality, 90% of this advice applies to no matter what field you are in, BCom, mechanical engineering, anything. These tips will be extremely useful, and these are based on my own personal experiences. Tip number 1 is you should try to connect with the industry while you're still in college. How can you do that? Number 1 is by attending conferences. Here is a picture of Jupyter Note conference which I attended in New York few years back, and the guy waving the hands is the creator of Jupyter Notebook. So when you meet these industry experts, it not only helps in learning technology. The actual purpose of going to these conferences is not learning technology, it is to build connection and to get motivation. When you meet someone who is the creator, your motivation goes high and you learn some invaluable soft skills when you do one-on-one conversation with these people. There are many tech conferences happening everywhere. Let's say if you're looking for tech conferences in India, Bangalore, you can go to this website Eventbrite and search for conferences. And these are happening in any field. If you are in MBA, mechanical engineering, like commerce graduate, or even medical fields, conferences are everywhere. These are great ways to connect with people, and I see many university students attending conferences and also giving lectures. So if you can attend the conference, best. If you can even give a presentation, it is even better. So just use Google, find conferences. If you have to spend some money on attending these, please spend, because this is not an expense, it is an investment for your career. Second tip, especially for computer science students, is attending hackathons. Hackathons are arranged in colleges, in different places. Make sure you attend those, because again, by attending these conferences, you make connections with university students who are working in different college than yours. Also, you get to meet some people who are coming from the industry, because many times these big companies, they arrange these hackathons. So these networks, connections are extremely useful, and when you go to hackathon or a conference, make sure you exchange the business card or LinkedIn and you try to connect with these people. And by doing hackathons, you are learning different soft skills such as teamwork, how to manage egos, how to collect the requirements and execute a project under a time pressure. These soft skills are extremely important. They are even more important than your technical skills. So you have to build these skills, and the only way is by attending these events. The third avenue is using the websites such as Alumni Connect. Many universities will have website which will allow you to connect with the alumni of your college. And when you connect with these people, since those people studied in the same college, they'll be willing to help you. These people might be working in big companies, they might be big managers, and they might be doing wonderful things in your career. Even a casual conversation for 10 minutes with such people will give you a lot of useful insights, which will help you a lot in your college days. The other avenue is you participate in, let's say, Kaggle competition. You make a group with your friends and participate in Kaggle data science competition. There also you will get to learn a lot of soft skills. The third most important platform is LinkedIn. Let's say you want to connect with a data scientist working in Bangalore city. You can go to LinkedIn and there is an option to do people search, and that will show you all the data scientists who are working in Bangalore. Now you can connect with these people, and of course you don't have to be annoying. When you try to connect with these people, they are busy and they are offering their help for free. So send a nice message. You need to learn some communication, written communication skill here. Send a nice message saying that okay, you are in college, you're trying to learn something from that person, so you're thankful that you're connecting, and even try to offer your help in any possible way. And that way, when you build these connections on LinkedIn, those connections often result into amazing opportunities in future. If you have a good connection, maybe in the future you might get a job referral. If that person's company is hiring, you might get a referral from that person, and when you get a referral, the chances of getting interview call increases. Second tip is connecting with your passion. You need to introspect and almost do a meditation and figure out which skills you are good at. I will tell you a story of my brother. His name is Bhavin Patel. He scored 52% in college. He was a computer science student, but he was never interested in programming. So what he used to do in my village when we were growing up together, he would write a CD of MP3 songs, and he would sell those CDs for 35 rupees each in my village. He was always interested in selling things, doing business, and he knew that's what he's good at. So he never focused on programming because that never made any interest in him. So he was just focusing on his strong aspects, which is networking, talking with people, doing business, selling, and so on. After he became computer science graduate, he applied in a company for a programming job, of course, because there was a family pressure. And in his first interview, the interviewer made a big joke out of him because he couldn't write a simple Java program, And then he took that personally because he felt very bad when someone is making mockery of him. And he then started a restaurant actually. See, being a computer science student, you're starting a restaurant. And he failed actually, but he learned those lessons. There is a saying that you either win or you learn. There is nothing like losing. If you go through this kind of losing experience, you're learning things. He used those learning lessons, started a training center. His training center did pretty good, and he was making, I think 10 years back, like 22 lakh rupees of revenue every year, which in my village was a big deal actually. But then he decided to move on to the next big thing, which is starting a software company. He saw a lot of potential in software and digital marketing. So he shut down the whole business. I remember those days, my family and everyone put a lot of pressure on him. He's like, are you fool? Why are you stopping the business which is making you good money? And then he started software company from scratch. Right now his company is growing rapidly. He has more than 60 people working for him. I'm going to provide his LinkedIn link in the video description. So if you want to connect with him, feel free. He's a very helpful guy. He will try to answer your questions. The story that I want to tell here is you need to really find out what your passions are and what are your strengths. If you are in computer science degree, doesn't mean that you have to be a programmer. I know many of my classmates who are not good in programming, but they are working as business managers or they have founded their own company, right? So being a programmer doesn't mean you have to be writing code. Same thing applies if you're in mechanical engineering or in arts. Just because you and your parents decided that you should be doing this course doesn't mean do not put a cage around yourself. You can do amazing things. I know one doctor, he's a surgeon, and he has interest in building mobile application. So just imagine a doctor doing mobile application development. It sounds so unusual, but we humans have this excellent skills of learning new things and adaptability. So you can do anything. Do not put any boundaries around yourself. Connect with your passion or recognize those passions early in your days of college and focus on those passions. So it could be you can become like my brother, where in your college you might not get a good score, But do not worry too much about score. See, scores do not matter that much. What matters is your confidence, your soft skills, and how well you're connecting with your passions. The third tip is getting involved in a side hustle. When you are in college, if you are trying to do something on side to earn money, often your parents or your friends will say, "Oh, why don't you focus on studies? Why are you doing this thing inside?" But that's a very wrong advice. When you're doing a side hustle, you're learning some soft skills which you cannot learn otherwise. The side hustle could be you start selling something on eBay or Amazon, or you start freelancing on Upwork or Fiverr or Freelancer. There are many websites. Uh, you can start doing logo design or website development or even content writing. All of these things are easy, they're not super hard. You can do it while you are in college. Or let's say you do photography. If you have hobby of photography, try taking photographs in, let's say your friend is having some occasion. Try offering your photography services for free. And while doing all these side activities, you will learn various skills such as how to manage an event, how to communicate, how to gather the requirements. When you're going for photography to person's wedding, you're kind of doing a client communication and you're gathering the requirements. Same thing applies when you're doing online work on Upwork, etc. You can also start a YouTube channel. Let's say you have hobby in cooking or travel vlogs, or even start teaching programming like me on YouTube. There's nothing like a failure. Don't think, okay, I'm doing this YouTube for 6 months, I have only 10 subscribers. You're learning things. The learning is important, and that learning will help you after 5 years, 10 years. It will never go away. Your effort never goes in waste. So getting inside hustle is extremely important. So do it even though you have resistance from people. And of course, you want to keep the balance. You want to focus on your studies as well. But many times I see students spending a lot of time in like watching TV, watching cricket, and just wasting their time. So that time can be utilized in doing something meaningful that helps you later down the road. Point number 4 is helping others without maintaining the scorecard. Not maintaining scorecard is actually very important here. Now, what is maintaining scorecard? We humans have this habit where we say, okay, hey, my friend, I took you for pizza party 2 times. Now you need to give me pizza party 2 times. Then only scorecard will be balanced. So you kind of get the point. And by the way, you should of course not be feeding your friends the junk food. I just probably use a wrong example. But the idea here is the law of reciprocity works in the universe. I have experienced this many times. And because of that, when you're trying to help someone without any selfish motive, you indirectly gain the benefits. My brother Bhavin, he had this habit of, if someone is going for the visa appointment back in Mumbai, India, he used to go with those people without any expectations. And by doing that, he learned a lot of things like how to travel and how to navigate in an unknown city, how to negotiate, when you are going in a cab and you want to negotiate the rents. This is like pre-Uber days. So you would learn a lot of meaningful skills which are not easy to quantify. You can help others by doing open source contribution. If you are a computer science student, if you are a mechanical engineer or a BCom student, you can participate in industry fairs and try to offer your help for free. When you're doing open source contribution, you are interacting with experts for your code review process, and those experts will give you comments which will help you improve your code. It will also make your resume stronger. So open source contribution is actually very easy. You can just do Google, GitHub, Pandas issues, and you will find a lot of issues which are open in, let's say, Pandas package. It doesn't have to be Pandas, it can be anything else. and just start working on those issues. You don't have to be expert. There are many university students who are contributing to open source, and it is helping them tremendously. You can also offer the help to your relatives or local businesses. So go in the local area, find some grocery store or maybe a doctor's office or a lawyer's office, and ask them that you can build their website or let's say little inventory management software for free. If this grocery store owner, doctor, lawyer happens to be your relative, then things becomes even easier. I had one viewer of my YouTube channel. She did a software development for her father's grocery store, and she told me that she learned a lot of skills. So just do it. The art of getting things done is to act. So just do it. Do not wait. And don't think that, okay, you don't know how to do web development in Laravel. See, those things will come later. First thing is you need to have that target. When Mr. Kennedy, who was US president, he decided to bring US ahead in the space competition. And then he set a goal that we want to send American people, like American astronauts, to moon. They did not know how they're going to do it. So these visionary people, they set the vision, and then the exact steps they figure out later. Similarly, when you're in college, just set the vision. Okay, for this grocery store or for this lawyer, I want to build this mobile app. How do I do that? Those things will be done. Trust me, those things are not hard. The hard thing is taking that first step. So in college right now, if you're studying, just help someone for free. In that process, you are learning a lot of useful soft skills which you will value later. You can also volunteer in events. I have one of my subscriber, Vignesh. He is helping organize TEDx events in India. Now he's in college, he's doing his studies, but then he helps organize these events, and by participating in these events, again, you're building a lot of connections with people in the industry, and those can help. Also, event management is a useful skill that you need to learn. Let's say if there is an event going on in your college, try to participate in that event, or try to participate in managing that event. Also, if there's a tech conference going on, you can even help them arrange the tables. There is nothing wrong with it. When you're doing that, you're becoming part of that place, part of that event, and you're interacting with a lot of industry experts. You can also help your juniors in their projects. I'm not saying you do spoon feeding to them, but at least guide them. Okay. Now, many times people argue that, oh, this junior I'm trying to help, but he's not sincere. He doesn't want to change. Why should I help him? I will tell you a story of my visit to Mahabalipuram in the state of Tamil Nadu, India. There is this big rock in Mahabalipuram. I tried to lift the rock with my Arnold-like muscular body, but I couldn't lift it. And I was like, wow, this rock is so heavy. So maybe I should come here every day for 5-10 minutes and try to lift it. Maybe after 6 months it will be lifted. No, even after 6 months, the rock will remain at the same place. So then what's the benefit I'm getting by pushing against this rock for 10 minutes every day? Well, while the rock did not move, I might make a body. I might build a strong body, So the idea here is, when you're helping people, you are doing your own self-development. And the last tip is improving the soft skills. The soft skill improvement happens when you're in college and when you're participating in events like sports event. Let's say there is a sports event going on in your college. Try to participate in the event. Also try to participate in arranging that event. I've seen many successful people are great sports person because you are good in, let's say, football or cricket. You are learning lot of competitive abilities. When you go in industry, doing a job or doing a business is like playing a game. There are many other players and you're trying to be first in that race. And when you participate in these sports, you are learning these competitive skills on how to master any game, how to coordinate, how to use your skills to your strength, how to identify other people's like weak points. Like if you're a bowler bowling against a batsman, you want to see what are the weak points for that batsman, and you can target that. So you're learning all these amazing skills by participating in sports events. You can also participate in cultural events. There are various things happening. These soft skills will be very, very useful when you're in a company. When they promote someone as a manager, they don't look at your coding skills usually. They look at your other soft skills. So the people who are good in soft skills, they tend to get promoted. So it's very important that while you are in college right now, you focus on those. When you're participating in sports, or any other event, you also learn conflict resolution. Often you have a little fight with your friends during those events, and you then learn how to do conflict resolution. You also do learn resource management, because sometimes the budget is not that high, and in a limited budget you have to manage the events. So that resource management is again important when you go in industry, work on a project. Same situation will be there. It's just the names are different, but the basic ideology, the basic idea remains the same. English communication is also a soft skill that you should be working on while you're in college. English is a global language, and if you master English, your chances of growing in your career goes high. I have a video on how you can improve your verbal communication. So please watch it. I'm going to link that video here. There I have shared different concrete ideas, such as if you want to improve your verbal English communication, you should do a recording of yourself. Let's say you pick a point that you are appearing in an interview and you're talking about yourself, so that you record that and you share that with your friend who can give a critic, and your friend can do same thing. He can record and then you can give him or her the critic. So recording is important. Then there are few other techniques which I have mentioned in that video, so please go and watch those. I hope you find these 5 tips to be useful. If you know of any other tip that I have not covered in this video and you think it can help you while you're still in college, please post in a video comment below. I try to reply to all my comments. Other than that, if you have any question, please again post in a comment. I will try my best to reply to it. I teach programming, data science, career advice on my channel, so please watch those tutorials. I have videos on machine learning, Python, data analyst, pandas, various topics, so you can explore those playlists and try to learn something new today. Thank you.